Hello, so today we are going to solve problems from contest 322 that happened this week. So the first problem is circular sentence. So basically what this problem says is we get a sentence like this here, and what we want to check is basically that each word ends with the first letter of the second of the word after it. For example, here E and the second one starts with E. S and the second one starts with S, and D, the second one starts with D, except one simple detail is that the last one, the letter the last one starts with needs to be the one that the first one, the letter the last one ends with needs to be the first one starts with. So it's sort of circular. So the same thing we do with these two, we'll do with the last one, except the next for the last one is the first one. Okay, so it's circular. And when I return true if that's the case and false otherwise, right? So this is pretty straightforward. We can actually just do it. We have 500, so we can just do it in O(n). For the circular case though, how do we do that, right? Actually it should be pretty straightforward. So if I do Python here, let's say we have 4 words, right? 4 words. Then to get the first, so the last one index is 3. So if we do 3 plus 1, which is the next word, and just do it with modulo of the length, which is 4, we'll get 0, right? So for each letter, we'll do the index I plus 1, right? And so for the last one, we do plus 1, but we do modulo. That way we'll get the first word anyway, because the index is 0, so the first word. Now for the other indices, 1, we'll still get the index 2, which is what we should get. The next word is 2. For 2, the next word should be at index 3, and so that's what we get, right? So this works, so let's just implement it. So what we need is the word. So each sentence, the words are separated by space, so we can just use that. So we do words that split by space. So actually it's sentence here, and this will give us the list of words. Okay, and now we can just go for each one, and we want to go through the length of sentence. So let's just do length of sentence here, and this would be n. And now for each word, we want to check that the word at index, the last index, so in Python, we can just do a length of words I minus 1, or in Python, we can just do minus 1, right? So this will give us the last letter of the word. Now we want to check if it's not matching the first letter of the next one at position 0, then we have a problem and we want to return false, because that's not the case. If all of them are good, we're going to return true. Now let's just make sure we don't have any out of boundaries here with I plus 1. So how do we do that? Remember, for the last one, we do want to do I plus 1. So for n minus 1, we do want to do I plus 1, but modulo so that we get the first word, right? So to do that, we just do I plus 1 modulo. And now with this, even for the modulo n, yeah. So even with n minus 1, right, we'll add 1 and we do n modulo n, which is equal to 0. So for the last one, we'll get n minus 1 here, and then here is 0. So we'll check for the last one, we'll check 0. We will compare the last letter with the first one of the first word, right? So this should work as intended. Now let's just run it, make sure it passes. Okay, let's see, what is the problem? So the index out of range, oh, sorry, it's not length of sentence, it's length of word, because sentence is a list of characters, right? We want the number of words because we are iterating over words, right? So let's submit, and that passes. In terms of time complexity, this is O(n), and being the number of words. Yeah, space, we are using this extra space for words, which is up to n, because sentence can be like 1 character each separated by space, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Please like and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Bye.